What's going on, folks? Welcome to the latest edition of Nintendo Enthusiast Week in Review. It is I, Shawn. Kind of a quiet week in the world of Nintendo. Still a few things to talk about, so without any further ado, let's jump into this past week's news. So one of the bigger pieces of news this past week was that EA took a little pot shot at Nintendo, saying that the Wii U system base was not big enough for their games. And that's kind of interesting because they were supposed to be the ones that helped build up that base. So it's kind of interesting that now they say, oh, well, it's not big enough for our games. Like, obviously you're not putting your games out on the system. Obviously everyone realizes that. But that's kind of your fault at the same time. So it's an interesting statement to make. You know, EA is EA. Battlefront has all these problems that we're seeing and, you know, lack of content, huge season passes. So maybe it's not a terrible thing that all of their games aren't coming to the system. Sure, I would love to see their sports titles. But I don't know, it really doesn't bother me that EA games don't exist on the Wii U, and it really doesn't bother me that EA games might not exist on the NX. Sure, like I said, I would like to see the sports games, but other than that, EA just doesn't do anything for me anymore. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. So Nintendo has recently opened up their own official eBay store, and there's some pretty good deals to be had on there. You can get a copy of Super Mario 3D World for $30 shipped. Granted, it's a refurbed copy, but it comes with a warranty from Nintendo, so why wouldn't you do that? Check out the link in the comment section or in the description box below, and you can check out their store. It's pretty neat, and I hope that they do more things like that because it's a good way to get residuals from systems you have laying around that you've already, fixed and whatnot, instead of just doing the Nintendo Online store.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is brought to you by NewWaveTraders.com. For all your retro gaming and toy needs, be sure to visit NewWaveTraders.com.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is an NES classic that maybe it wasn't as good as the arcade, but it was still pretty damn fun. Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. It's hard, it's mind-numbingly hard actually, but it's still a fun game and it has that old school Capcom feel that really has gone by the wayside in recent years. So if you haven't picked up Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, you really should. So one area that Nintendo gets a bit of flack in is that they don't do enough TV advertising. But is that really the case? In a recent report that was done from the middle of October to the middle of November, Nintendo was the 4th highest TV advertising company with a strong emphasis on Triforce Heroes. And that kind of says a lot. I mean, Triforce Heroes evidently isn't selling that well if NPD number rumors are to believe. So, does Nintendo do enough TV advertising? It's really up to, your own personal interpretation. Sure, Sony did a lot when the PS4 released, and that's kind of why Nintendo got some flack. But I don't know. I don't know if they do enough TV advertising because I don't even watch TV anymore. I got rid of cable long ago. So do you think Nintendo does enough TV advertising? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, we had a pair of big reviews this past week on the website with Mario Tennis for the Wii U and Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival for the Wii U as well. And both games are not that great. Mario Tennis got a 6 from Jason. Eli, however the hell you say his name. I've been working with this kid for a year and a half. Actually, it's like 2 years, and I don't know how to say his name half the time. But he gave Animal Crossing a 2.5. And I can kind of see where they're both coming from. Mario Tennis does look like a bit of a hollow experience. You can't do friends online matches, which is just crazy in 2015. And Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, I have no interest in that whatsoever. So, can't say I'm surprised. Let me know if you guys have picked up either of these titles and what you think of them. And that's going to do it for this week's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, leave me a comment down below. Do all those fun things. Make sure you check out Clash vs. Crash tomorrow night. It's going to be a fun show, and I'll see you guys around. Later.